Before I start my story, I got divulged that I have a medical condition. It's called kidiot syndrome, or I'm half kid, half idiot. It's a real disease. Don't look it up, but it's in the medical journal. Just don't look it up. So the thing about being a kidiot is the more you're a kid, the more you're also an idiot. It goes hand in hand. So example of this was when I was in junior high, and I was a very dorky kid. I don't know if you can tell, but I was a very dorky kid, and I had like my my shirt tucked in, and had my little Poindexter pocket protector. So I was going to the bathroom, and and there was my buddy, and he was not a dorky kid. This kid was like the bad kid, the kid that always got like in trouble and everything, and he was obviously in trouble. And he comes to me and he's like, "Hey man, I need you to hold this vial of acid for me," which is a really good, a good thing to offer a buddy, and it's an intriguing offer. But the thing was, he had to go to the principal's office, and there was police officers waiting for him to take him to juvenile detention center. And again, I'm a dork. I say juvenile detention center. He said juvie because he's cool. And so I agreed, being a good friend, and I take his vial of acid and I put it in my fifth pocket. And so like when I leave the bathroom, I had gone in as like Walter White, but I had left as Heisenberg. Like in my mind at that point, like I'm the biggest drug dealer here now. And so like I sag my pants like a little bit like this, which looks even more dorky. And then so like I go into class, and the teacher right away was like, "Dork, pull up your pants." So I did. Even my teacher thought that. So my like drug dealing days ended with my teacher making fun of me. But it's the end of the day now. And like all 13-year-old boys, when it's the end of the day, you pull whatever's in your pocket out and play with it. Whether it's a slingshot, or a frog, or your wiener, or a vial of acid, in the case of me. So I pull out the vial of acid, and I show my buddies vial of acid, and they were like, "Oh wow, you have to try it." And like, I'm going to do that. Because again, I am this much of a kid, so I'm that much of an idiot. And so I take this vial of acid, and they tell me, like, when you take it, only take like a drop or two, don't take too much, only a little sip. And the thing is, like, when you're 13 and your buddy's like, "Hey, can I have," I'm like, "Hey, can I have a sip of your Coke?" They're like, "A sip?" You take like a big swig. So I took that to the acid. That's the kind of mentality I had with this acid. So I pour it in my mouth, and there's a pool of this acid like on my tongue at this point, and I realized two things. One, that was way too much acid. Really should not have done that. And right at that moment, my buddy did go like, "Oh, you should have dipped a piece of paper and did it." He's one of those asshole friends, pardon my French, who tells you how to do things better after you're already doing it wrong. And then number two is, I realized that acid is very, very stinky. Very stinky. And that's also when I realized that this wasn't acid. I had just drinking liquid sulfur, a stink bomb. So now I was the stinky kid. Because I now realize, like, after you drink acid, you're like, "That's not acid, that's really stinky." You realize what it is. It tastes like rotten eggs. And so I drank that. So for the next 3 months, I was the stinky kid at school. And my mom thought I had halitosis. But I couldn't explain to my mom, like, "No, Mom, don't take me to the dentist. I'm okay, I'm just an idiot." So the main reason why I came up today is to tell you, please teach your kids not to drink sulfur or to drink acid. It's a dumb idea. Thank you guys very much. Have a good night.